So if you're going to go with a global flood, then you need to reinterpret the geological column, and there's reasons to believe that a lot of the geological column was laid down very quickly. Geological column is everything that's under our feet right here in Ohio. It's like 2 miles of sedimentary rock all laid down by seawater. Do you ever think about that?
No.
And it covers the whole continent. You know, so you go to the Grand Canyon, it's all exposed there because, you know, a post ice age lake collapsed and tore out the Grand Canyon, and so we can see all the layers down like a layer cake. But all this sedimentary rock that was deposited when oceans covered the entire continent of North America. Oh, dang, that's a lot of mud.
You serious?
Not done yet. The final argument against a global flood comes from geology. Creationists imagine that the flood explains most, if not all, fossil-bearing geologic formations on Earth. However, they only apply that to a few poster child cases, such as the Grand Canyon or marine fossils on Mount Everest. Let's take the Grand Canyon. Even creationists have had to evolve on this, realizing a single flood event couldn't lay down the rock layers and carve the canyon in it. Since Hovind's time, creationists like Andrew Snelling have had to attribute the canyon rock to the flood, which somehow turned into rock so fast that they could then be carved into the canyon by a second post-flood flood. But the rocks don't support this. Limestone alone is a problem for flood geology. No creationist has come up with a viable model for how limestone, which is built from the calcium carbonate skeletons of corals, foraminifera, and mollusks, could rapidly form in even just a few thousand years, let alone only a few years during the flood. Worse, hydrodynamics shows that floods on their own don't carve out curving incised trenches like the Grand Canyon. Massive flood events like the ones that scoured the scablands of Washington state gouge out vertical walled canyons and leave massive deposition ripples, not at all like what we see in Arizona.